Check that out. Check that quote out, okay? It matters now more than anything right now, okay? Doing my usual perusing of just Reddit and news sites, and I started reading about people starting to come up with their own cures regarding this COVID-19 virus. I know that when people are desperate, when people are fearful, they start doing stupid things and they start listening to other people who may not have the proper expertise. Just this afternoon, I was reading, a man was basically taking chloroquine phosphate, which is essentially a drug used for malaria or used to clean your aquarium to try and prevent the COVID-19 virus. As a result, he ended up dying and his wife is currently in critical condition. And I started reading about all of these false, we'll just call it false treatments about how if you take this certain thing or if you do this certain activity, you're going to be free and clear of the COVID-19 virus. And I want to say, how you say stop, X, no. I want you to realize something, okay? The one thing that just mind boggles me is that people don't realize we have the top doctors, top researchers, top scientists, epidemiologists, infectious disease experts trying to come up with a cure, trying to come up with a vaccination to either cure or prevent the COVID-19 virus. And yet you don't think that they would assume that trying all of these quote miracle cures would have already been basically cut out of the solution. You know what I mean? I mean, check this out. And I am saying, these are some of the things that people need to not do, okay? Not do. N-O, no, okay? The first one is, chloroquine phosphate, which is, again, used to treat or clean your aquarium, is not a treatment for or prevention of COVID-19, okay? Please don't do that. There was another one where saying this Florida politician, and I can't believe it's a politician, okay? Florida politician says coronavirus is cured by blowing a hairdryer up your nose. Yeah, no. Where does that even come from? Like, what? What? Seriously, what? Please don't take a blow dryer up your nose unless your hair is really, really wet or for some reason it needs to be dried within like 5 seconds. That's not gonna work. Okay? Doesn't make any sense why that would work. Not gonna work, okay? Don't even try. The next one, okay? Drinking hot boiling water. So someone basically said that if you were to drink hot boiling water, you would eventually kill off the virus. And I want to say a big no to that too, because if you think about it, if you drink scalding boiling water, more than likely you will cause probably 3rd-degree burns in your mouth and possibly your lungs, okay? Please don't do that. The next one, ingesting bleach. Someone had recently recommended that people would ingest what's called Miracle Mineral Supplement, which essentially contains chlorine dioxide. And let me just tell you what bleach does to you if you were to ingest bleach. So what happens if you drink bleach is that bleach is an oxidizer. What does an oxidizer mean? So if you drink bleach, according to this website right here, it oxidizes or burns tissues in your mouth, esophagus, and stomach. It can cause chest pain, lowered blood pressure, delirium, coma, and death. Please don't drink bleach. That's pretty obvious, all right? The next one is basically drinking what's called colloidal silver, which is basically a liquid silver, okay? People are recommending that you drink silver to kind of, I don't know what the treatment, like what's the thought process of drinking silver. But here's what happens if you end up ingesting silver. The most common is what's called argria. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, argria. A bluish gray discoloration to skin, which is usually permanent. Colloidal silver can also cause poor absorption of some drugs such as certain antibiotics and thyroxine used to treat thyroid deficiency. Okay, as far as the colloidal silver goes, that's the side effects that I can see. It's that your skin ends up turning blue. I mean, it doesn't say anything about dying yet, but don't drink silver, okay? Unless you're a vampire, you know, anyways. Or is that werewolf? Werewolf, I think. All right, the last one, which is kind of interesting. Frequent ingestion of water every 15 minutes. Granted, there's nothing wrong with drinking water. Actually, you want to be drinking water, particularly if you have the fever or the flu, right? Because you want to basically keep yourself hydrated. But the problem is that if you drink too much water, what do you think happens to you? You drown, right? I remember this was back in in the early 2000s where there was a competition, and the competition was basically who can drink the most water in like 5 minutes or something, or 10 minutes. What ended up in this, and I guess the prize was if you win like a PS3, right? So whenever PS3 came out, do you know what happened to the woman? You guessed it. She ended up drowning herself. So it's just like similar to drinking water in a pool, or if you just, that's what happens when you drown. Your body ends up having too much water. You end up getting hypotonic cells, or just hypertonic cells, where the cells become inflated with water. They end up bursting, and that's how drowning kind of happens. So don't do that. So these are just some of the things that I've been reading as far as like home remedies, and people, like, don't be smart about this. Just realize that if there was a remedy, if there was a cure for this coronavirus, this COVID-19 virus, they would have already brought it out. So be smart. If you see anything on Facebook, on social media, on whatever, Twitter, TikTok, I have no idea what else is out there, Facebook, Friendster, you guys remember Friendster, MySpace? Do not follow any of these home remedies. More than likely, you are going to do more harm than you are good. As of right now, March 25th, 2020, there is no cure for the virus. Dr. Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Health, has said, as of right now, there is no cure. So whatever you see online, again, don't follow anything. Please don't, just please don't be stupid. Use common sense. Again, this quote right here, listen to it, learn from it. Anyways, continue to be safe, continue to take care of yourself and your loved ones, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.